Hey YouTube, it's Rick, Midwest Soft Wash channel. Subscribe, like, that's what you're supposed to say? Who knows, right? So, it's this will be a little car wash video. It's 6 in the morning. We're in the Midwest in Wentzville, Missouri, however you want to say it. I pulled onto the lot. It's 37 today, this evening. It's getting a little colder. Before the sun comes up, it'll get colder. But these cars are kind of have some frost on them, so I'm going to kind of show you what the cars look like, how we're washing them. The challenges of early morning, starting early when fall comes around, and you got the winter. A lot of times we can't get out until even if the winter. So in winter, even if it's above freezing, the cars won't defrost until that sun hits them and the UV rays melt it. It can be below freezing. If that sun hits them, if the sun hits the car, it'll melt the frost off the car even at a below freezing temperature. It's basically what the temperature of the car is when it freezes. It's above freezing right now, but the cars have the frost on them. So, and then the little flip around for my phone is right by my camera, so you're going to see my big finger every time I flip it around. So it is cold, so you can see. Wash these. All those are washed. These are frosted. We'll go to a darker one. You can see way, like on that one right down there, you can see the frost on that, the white. The lights of the dealership are kind of, drowning out. So this is all frosted. So what we have to do is, when I come around, when I'm washing the car here, I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna lightly hit it for a couple seconds, wet the surface. My water's warm enough, it's gonna melt this, and then I can wash it off. If it freezes behind me, as long as I get this dirt off, the debris, the bird poop, it'll be fine. It won't freeze in. It won't, I guess, lock it in. So some of them are freezing on me, but as soon as that sun comes up, they're gonna defrost. By the time people get here, no issue. But it's definitely challenging this time of year. Definitely challenging. Definitely. We've been going into our 13th year. I ran a crew for 3 years working with a company. So I knew this was coming. As soon as our shop's right down the street, as soon as I was on the highway, I could see them. I could see the white on the cars. I knew they're frosted. So normally I'll flip it around again, my finger. Normally we start over there. Those are completely frosted. These, see, frosted. The ones I started on, like when I first pulled in, these weren't frosted. Now it's getting colder, so they're getting the frost on them. Even though there's no dew on them, it's just the moisture in the air. It'll sit on the car and it'll frost up. So this one's not frosted. This one is, see, you can see it. It's creeping over. It's coming over because the wind's kind of blowing this way a little. So you can see that line. I don't know if you can. See? It's creeping over. On the darker one, you can tell. So the frost, right? The frost line's here. And by the time I get to this car, I guarantee this whole side right here is going to be frosted over. So what we do is we just lightly spray it down, get our water, because it's warm, in the tank. It's warmer than the car, and freeze it. A lot of times in winter, even above freezing, it could be like 40 degrees, and as soon as, like, if you're washing during the day and it gets dark around 5, it's 40 degrees. As soon as that sun comes off of the horizon, or you go into a shaded area, even though it's above freezing, those cars they'll freeze just like that, and you'll have to move on. Like a big lot, we'll get into an area where all the cars are freezing up. I'm like, oh, it's time to go. No, go into another part of the lot where it's not maybe windy or something, and you can wash for a couple more hours. It's just a weird thing. It's just the temperature, the dew point. There's actually, this time there's kind of a science by it, and trials and tribulations. This really doesn't slow me down. When I make a video, it does, but hey, I don't mind doing videos. No, so this is awesome. We do this year round. So our soft washing's coming to an end here. We'll soft wash all the way through December. But we just picked up 2 lots. I picked up this dealership 3 months ago. I picked up another big dealership the other week. So we actually picked up another one too that had to stop washing. They wanted to hit the cars back. So just probably in like 3 months, we picked up an extra 2,000 to 2,500 cars a month. And the reason why I say 2,000 to 25 is because all these dealerships are low. The big dealership you picked up when they're on max capacity, or when they run their normal amount of cars, I think they were telling me they run over 1,000 cars. So, but it's 3 dealerships, and they're all on the same, it's basically one huge lot with 3 different dealerships. It's a Mazda, it's a Mazda, VW, Cadillac. Dude, the Cadillac guy, I was talking to him the other day, he told me they normally run 200 Cadillacs. I cleaned 30 Cadillacs. That's all they had. He goes, we can't get them in. This dealership here, and the used cars are down. This dealership, this guy owns this dealership. They were telling me he owns a bunch of used car lots. And what I think he's doing is, because these are the most used cars for this size lot that I've seen, I think he's taking them from his other used lots, bringing them over to here that has a high inventory. A lot of people like that high inventory. If they see you have a lot of used cars, they'll come and they'll buy up. They're like, oh, 15 or 20. They don't even want to go. So, but we'll flip it around. So there's our rig. Our other truck engine blew up. So usually I have a flatbed, and I have a tank on that. Soft wash rig, I'm taking that out in December, or if it gets below freezing where we can't soft wash, I'll take it out, redo the skid. I already redid the blend unit, redo the whole skid. I'll put my water tank in that truck, and we can run 2 crews. Right now, I got to worry about getting a truck. We got our Christmas lights coming up, so we got a lot of work coming up, and it's we don't have enough vehicles. But definitely, cars are looking good, and I'll show you some ones we washed. And here, go over here. Oh, this was frozen. Oh, maybe the temp's going up. Feels a little warmer. Nothing's frozen. Oh yeah, a little right here. Kind of a little frost. We're not touching the car, so it's not going to scratch them. We just rinse them down. But yeah, so awesome, guys. I don't know, like, subscribe, whatever. We're washing cars. It's that time of year. Love the cars.